What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel, Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. My name is Nicole and I'm an addict, and my sobriety date is July 13th of 2015. And tonight I have a very special guest for you guys. Tonight we have Michelle Mariner coming on the channel. She has her own channel. Her channel is called Amputated from Addiction, and her story is a miracle. She's nothing short of a miracle. She is amazing, and I'm so freaking proud of her, you guys. And I'm glad to call her a friend of mine. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get the link so that way she can come up here and join me and share her experience, strength, and hope with you guys. So just give me 2 seconds, because of course my computer is giving me hell. So all right. Hey guys. Okay. Let me get the link and I'm going to send it to Michelle. If you're in the chat, I can drop the link in the chat for you if that would be easier. So let me see where she's at. Hey, Chrissy. Um, okay. Let me get the link. Sorry, guys. Welcome, 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 everybody. Thank you for being here. If you don't mind, why doesn't everybody drop their sobriety date so that way we can give some hope to the still sick and suffering addicts out there? And I'm going to get the link, bada bing, bada boom, and I'm going to send it to my girl. In fact, here it is. I'm texting it to you, girl. There you go. So I hope you guys are all having a really, really good day. I'm so glad to be on here with you guys tonight. I'm so thankful and grateful for each and every one of you guys. You guys literally give me so much joy, and I love being a part of all of your recoveries. It means so much to me to be a part of this with you guys. So, I'm so excited for you guys to talk to Michelle. Michelle is a freaking warrior, y'all. She gets me excited about recovery, and I want her to get you guys excited too. So, without further ado, here comes Michelle Mariner from Amputated from Addiction.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, girl.
So I have been so fucking nervous for like the last 3 hours. Because, I mean, this is like, I don't want to share fellowships, but it's like being in a fellowship meeting, except there's a lot more people. This is like anniversary times 10. And I've only got 7 days.
I'm excited. Well, girl, you ain't got no reason to be nervous because you're doing so good, Michelle. You're a miracle. So this is what I want you to do. Can you kind of share with everybody just like a little bit about your story and how far you've come, and then share with us what you got going on now?
All right, so I'll keep the background kind of short. I entered recovery in 2011, and I got married, and I got my kids back, and everything was wonderful. And then shit got real, and I started my relapse process long before I picked up. And then when I finally picked up, shit got bad fast. Lost my kids, husband left me. Then on dear old St. Patrick's Day, 2016, I shot in my wrist. I was an IV heroin user. Shot in my wrist, had dark red blood. So I'm like, sweet, I'm on. Pulled that tourniquet off, and the first 2 words out of my mouth were, "Oh, fuck." My hand swelled, was on fire, turned bright red. Long story short, I hit an artery, and a blood clot broke off, and my fingers turned black. And I went to the hospital a couple times. Each time I went to the hospital, they treated me like an asshole. You know, I was just a junkie trying to get, drugs, and they didn't do anything. And on March 30th, 2016, I had a real bad day. I was back on the streets. 11:30 at night, I was laying on the floor in the bathroom of a local grocery store, crying because the only money I had all day got stolen, and I couldn't find a date. I couldn't get anybody to give me $10. I couldn't get my dealers to spot me uphill.
Yeah.
And I decided I need to call 911. Either that or go walk in front of a truck and kill myself because I was at my bottom at that point. And
Yeah.
I made the decision to call 911. Ambulance picked me up, took me to the hospital. They did a surgery to try and fix my hand. Didn't work. Then they decided to put me on Dilaudid. And I was like, sweet, I don't have to cap drugs anymore. I'm golden.
Right.
And so I spent a couple months in a Dilaudid days. And then had a couple surgeries. Then when they found out I was using again, because they started tapering my Dilaudids down, they wouldn't do anything else. So I'm back on the streets. I'm back tricking. I'm back using heroin. I'm back smoking crack. I'm back not talking to my family, not anything. Then in 2017, or no, yeah, the end of 2016, I had open heart surgery. Yes, endocarditis.
Damn.
That shit is fucking dangerous. I almost died because they nicked my artery and stitched me back up. And
So
I'm like,
what's endocrinitis? Can you tell people maybe that don't know?
it is a bacterial infection of the valves of your heart that you get from, injecting IV drugs. Lord only knows what you're putting inside you. I don't know about
Right.
anybody else, but I used to use gutter water sometimes. And drug dealers cut heroin with who knows what,
Same.
rat poisoning, concrete, talcum powder, trazodone, whatever. They don't care. They just want to sell the dope and make the money. And
Right.
so I ended up in the hospital after laying on the floor of an abandoned house for about a week and basically detox because I was so sick. Like my body was so sick that I couldn't even get up to go walk down the street to get a free pill. It was bad. So I go into the hospital. They operate on me, and after that they sent me to a rehab, which was it was a fucking joke. And I begged my friend Larry to come pick me up. I said, if you don't come get me, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna walk out of this hospital with this fucking gown on, and that's it. I'm gonna die before I make it back to my side of the town because I don't even know what part of town it was. It was far from where I was used to. And
Yeah.
so he came and saved me. And I got on a methadone program. Did okay for a little bit. Then I started using again because I thought I could hang out over my side of town,
Nathaniel.
show everybody how good I was doing. And
Right. Right.
so I started using again. And then Larry found out I was using. He threw me out. Back on the streets, back tricking, back in high. A couple months go
Is that when you
by,
started
and
your channel?
I run into
Was that when
Larry.
you started your channel?
Oh, I started my channel after I had the first surgery. And I look back at some of those videos, and the only word I can describe those videos as is train wreck. I mean,
Girl,
I was,
those are the realest
I,
videos I've ever seen in my life. They are so raw and real of what the struggle is really like when you're. I love those videos. I was crying the first time I ever watched one of your videos. I was crying my eyes out in the bed watching you,
oh,
messaging on the thing saying, "Are you still alive? Please, Michelle, update us. Are you
I
okay?"
remember, I remember. I started my channel because if I could just save one person from having to go through what I went through, That was all I wanted to do. I just wanted to save one person's life, because nobody should have to live like that. It's not fucking
And you
cool.
have. Like I think you have.
It is not fucking cool to have to live like that. It's not cool to have to pack your arm with gauze every day because you've got a hole the size of a fucking Coke can in it. That shit's not cool. It's not cool that you stay up and wait until midnight to take a bus to the hospital so you can fill your prescriptions so you can get well.
Yeah.
What? That's not what life is. And so we'll fast forward a little bit. After I moved back into Larry's, I made a plan. I was like, all right, I'm gonna get clean. I had developed a real bad infection in my arm, and like my skin was falling off. People thought I was doing crocodile, but once again, who knows what the hell was in the dope?
Right.
So I ended up back in the hospital because I had developed this really bad pain in my hip, and turns out I ended up having endocarditis again.
Oh
Second
my
time in
God.
11 months. And the same cardiologist was part of my care team, and it took 4 weeks of being on antibiotics and my condition to just consistently get worse, and Larry begging this doctor to operate on me, telling him she's gonna do the right thing. I can tell she's ready this time. And
Yeah.
honestly, at that point, I saw that neon sign flashing outside my window saying, "You're gonna die, bitch." Give it up. So I made a promise to myself that I was done. I wasn't gonna use anymore. I was in the hospital for 7 weeks, and when I came home, I couldn't get myself sick enough to get on Suboxone.
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it. So I'm like, all right, well, there's a methadone clinic right up the street. So I called and made an appointment. It was for like the next day. And the rest is history. I started the program, and I have not had a single drug positive urine since then. I returned to my
Leave that pocket with.
orthopedic, and I have had a total of 9 surgeries on my hand since July 2018.
Every time, I think your little hand, you look like a tyro. What do you say? The Tyrannosaurus Rex.
T-Rex with the short arms. And I have a memento from one of my surgeries. Johnny 5. That's what I named him, Johnny 5.
What is that?
This is one of my extenders. I had a key that I had to use to turn it because it pulled my bones apart. Because at one point they took bone out of my hip and grafted it into my hand. And
Wow.
that was probably the worst surgery. They had to shoot me up with ketamine because I was in so much pain. They couldn't get it under control. It was both of the surgeries where they had to go on my hip were the worst. They were the most painful. They took the longest to recover from. I had my last surgery back in February, and I had a video chat with my doctor, Dr. Eaglesetter. Shout out University of Maryland Orthopedics. And he is so proud of me because I can move it and I can pinch and
Wow.
I can like grab stuff. Like it's not fully functioning, but it works. And like
I remember when you couldn't move it, when it was like just stuck in one position.
Yeah. My hand has come a long way. It's come a long way with me.
Yeah.
And so last year at my methadone program, one of the head counselors offered for me to become a peer. And I was like, okay, cool. That sounds like, something right up my alley. I can help people and help myself at the same time. So I've been doing that for about a year now. And very soon I will be starting with the Baltimore County Health Department. I received an email last week saying that they received special permission to hire me on full time with benefits. Like, I've never had a job in my life that offered me benefits. So that's, I'm just like tickled pink about what I'm about to be doing. And last week I had that light bulb go off, and Thursday I literally I totally forgot to take my methadone in the morning because I get a week worth of take homes, and I was
Mm-hmm.
fine. Then Friday I'm like, you know what? Let's see if I can do this again, and I did it. And then Saturday morning I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm done. I don't want this shit anymore. So I have 7 full days. I have 184 hours since my last dose, and I was at 28 milligrams, and I have not experienced a single physical withdrawal symptom. Like that, it's just so amazing. Where does this happen? Like, I don't think this happens in the movies. Not like in the best feel good story can somebody come off of methadone and still be smiling at day 7. I hope I'm not.
Right.
I hope I'm not like picking my guts up in 4 days. But today I feel good, and today's the only day that really matters.
Yeah. That's a miracle, girl. Like, it makes me have so much hope that whenever I taper down and I get off, that hopefully I'm going to be the same way because I'm going to manifest it. I am going to stay
Yes.
positive like you are. I
Mm-hmm.
am going to I am going to say I feel great. I'm going to do this because that's what I really think is saving your ass is that you are so positive and you're like I feel great. I'm going to do this. It's so much mental.
It's 100. It's 100% mental. A friend of mine the other day said, "Wow, I thought 28 milligrams was a lot." And I said, "You know what? The mind is powerful, and for me, it's more powerful than the methadone." And they're going through coming off with Suboxones, and they're not feeling good at all. And if
Yeah.
you're watching right now, I want you to know that I'm there for you and I love you. And you can fucking do this too because you're a stubborn little shit just like me. So, you know who you are. Um, but I told him, I'm like, you can do this. You know, please don't go out and use because if you use right now, you're going to die. You just got to tell yourself you're going to die.
Right.
And it's you know, I convinced myself that if I use, I'm gonna die. It's just not fucking worth it. And
Right.
Larry said
Right.
he'll
I
kill me
mean,
if I die. So
No, there's no dying on my watch.
I'm
what
not
can you
allowed to
tell
die on his
everybody
watch.
what were some of the what were some of the what were some of the problems that you were running into with the methadone clinic that kind of made you feel like you even wanted to get off that you wanted to get off? Like what was what were you experiencing?
I was a number. I wasn't a person. The program was not about helping people or recovering. Um, I've they treated me like an asshole. You know, I have
Right.
had every single urine with they've all been drug negative, and I'd been on the program 2.5 years, and I haven't earned a single take home in a year and a half. I should have 2 weeks of bottles, and at one
Right.
point they even revoked my take homes because they said I should have had pain medicine, and when I was being prescribed pain medicine, when my peer supervisor knew that I was doing everything I could to not take my pain meds.
No.
She fought tooth and nail to get my take homes reinstated. And last February, I decided I was going to start my taper. So when I got on the program, I initially had set a goal to come off after a year. And then when I started my surgeries, I figured it wasn't a good idea. But when I started my taper, I was still having surgeries. You know, I had the bulk of
Right.
my surgeries since I started my taper. And like I knew how good it felt to be completely abstinent because I had 3 years in an abstinence-based recovery before. And like I wanted that
Mhm.
freedom of not having to rely on getting up at 5 o'clock on a day of the week to drive, 10 minutes away and go stand in a line and deal with people who are still using and haven't gotten it yet. And
Right.
I knew that there was better for me. I wanted better for me. So
Yeah. I
my
understand what you
pathway
mean.
started with MAT, but it didn't end with MAT. And MAT is medication assisted treatment. And for those who don't know,
Right. Right.
but
And you're going to be an advocate for people that are on maintenance medication, and you're going to be
mhm.
able to help them
Yeah, I will
at your
be
new
working
job,
with
right?
MAT participants coming out of the Baltimore County Detention Center. So I will be able to help them on their way.
Yeah. Yeah. And hopefully with you doing that, because that's the problem with these clinics, Suboxone clinics too,
Mhm.
is that the people that work there, they get jaded to where they don't care about the people anymore. And so it's so important that if you're going to work in a position where you're helping people, that you have to care for people, and you need to be like, if you
Yeah,
find yourself working at a job where you're not excited to go there and you're not inspired to help people,
yeah,
then you need to leave,
yeah.
you know?
I don't want to be stuck doing a shit ass job working with people that I can't fucking stand. And I want to be able to help people. That is the reason I was put on this earth.
Yeah,
So
same.
through peer recovery, I will be able to fulfill my life's purpose, or what I think my life's purpose is, at least.
That is. I'm so excited for you, girl. Like, you're a freaking walking miracle. Like, and the fact that you have those videos from when you were struggling like that, and
Hmm.
everybody can see your journey from beginning to end, that is
Yeah,
amazing.
I was a totally different person then. Like, I was looking through pictures in my phone earlier when I was still out there using and when I was having my surgeries. I don't even recognize her anymore. Like,
Right.
I have come so far, and that's just the only direction I'm gonna continue traveling is forward. Because
Right.
what's behind me, fucking nah. I don't want that shit anymore. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. And there are some people on this earth that I can't stand, and I wouldn't wish it on them.
Do you ever, so tell me this, since you've been off the methadone, have you had any cravings or any like
Oh
thoughts to use or anything?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I have.
What
But
did you do? What are you doing to stay sober now?
I picked up the phone, called somebody, told them how I was feeling, and occupied myself. When I woke up this morning, at first I felt okay, and then I started to feel just that, like, not ill, but that just like anxiety that just like radiates throughout your body. And
Yes.
I was like, and my first thought was, you can go get a pill of dope. Why not? It wasn't, oh, you know, if you start to feel bad, you can take your methadone, or don't worry, you can get through this. Just sit on your hands and you'll be fine. My first thought was, fuck it, go get high. And
Right.
so I picked up the phone and I called my friend Katie and I told her how I felt. And I had plans to spend the morning with her anyway. And that is what I did. And those feelings of ick went away, and we had an awesome time, and we did laughing, and we went and had lunch, and it just felt good to just be Michelle, hanging
Yeah.
out with her girlfriend.
So tell me
So
this: do you feel any different? Like I know it's 7 days, but do you feel like totally different now that you're not on methadone? Like, is there like have you realized like a really different feeling?
my emotions have been all over the place. My peer supervisor said to me a while ago that when she was on the program at one point, that she couldn't feel, her emotions weren't what they are now, being abstinent. And at first I was kind of almost offended. Like, I was like, I don't feel any different. Like, I've been abstinent before, and I feel like I still feel the same. But even in just
Mhm.
this short period of time, I understand what she meant. And she just sent me a message actually a few minutes ago. I didn't read all of it, but it said something about, give it 30 days, you're going to see a big change. And I can't wait. I can't wait to have all those, even the bad emotions, even those feelings of disappointment, because I'd rather feel that than feel nothing at all.
Yeah, yeah. And you have the tools to cope though now. Like you have the ability to handle life now on life's terms. And the fact that you're
Yeah.
utilizing those tools by calling somebody and reaching out, and it's like that's what we have to do. It's okay to have those feelings of wanting to get high
Yeah.
or thinking about it, but as long as you reach out, you talk to somebody, open up, do not keep it a secret, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And my next step
I
is
can't
to
believe it, girl.
find a sponsor and go get my key tag as soon as the stupid corona shit lifts and I can go to a fucking
Oh,
meeting.
I know. This is a stress in itself. Just this is all just driving me insane. I'm ready to this
Yeah.
for this to be over.
Me too. I mean, COVID's not going anywhere. It's going to be around, but you know, this world's gotten through so much worse. So people need to stop being pussies.
Right.
Shut the
I
fuck up.
I'm ready. You know, my husband's been working the whole time. So, you
So is
know,
Larry. He's a FedEx delivery driver, and he feels like he gets no recognition. And he goes into these stores, and there are these idiots not wearing their fucking masks, and the employees are like, huh, whatever. So I mean, if that's their attitude, then why can't everybody else go do what they need to fucking do? I'm sick of having the
right.
option of only going to Walmart and the dollar store.
Right.
I need to go shopping. I need some clothes. I want my vape shops to open up. I want to go to the
Yeah.
park.
I'm
I
ready
want to go
too.
on
I'm
my
tied.
goddamn cruise.
Listen to me. I'm tie-dyeing masks for everybody.
I made a mask last week. I crocheted one. It says "fuck it" or "fuck off."
That's so
And
cool.
if you're too close, you can't read it. So fuck off.
Dude, I am so proud of you, Michelle. Okay, tell me this. Um, so when do you start your new job? Soon?
Soon, but I don't have a date yet. When she emailed me last Friday, she said that she would be contacting HR this week, and she would be getting back to me very soon with my start date. I would imagine it'll be hopefully by mid-May. I mean, everything's
Yeah.
cleared. I had my pre-employment physical. I did my drug test. I did everything I needed to do to start. COVID has just kind of delayed it. And then, I mean, actually, it kind of worked in my favor because now I'm being brought on full time. I have to have my CPRS within 6 months, and that's not a problem because I'll have the rest of my hours after a month of working. I just got to get
Mhm.
my letters together and get my transcript mailed, and I will be a licensed certified peer recovery specialist in the state of Maryland. And it will be so awesome to have letters after my name that aren't
I,
RIP.
yeah. Fuck yeah, man. Okay, so if you had to tell somebody that was um coming off heroin or, on the methadone program that was struggling still, that was still getting high, what would you tell somebody? What are your recommendations and suggestions to people if they're still in their addiction?
Don't give up on yourself. You know, you're worth, you deserve the happiness in your life that, you know, you were put on this earth to have. You know, you've got the potential to be the best person you can be, and there's always somebody there. You know, it's just a matter of reaching that hand out and asking for help.
Right.
You know,
Absolutely. You know,
help yourself.
right. You know, it's hard when I remember thinking that like I could do it on my own, and that, you know, I would
Yeah,
have this like, I just got to do this. If I can do this, it'll be okay. And I couldn't do it on my own. I could not do
I was
it, you know?
miserable. I got on the methadone program, and for months, all I did was go to the program and come home. You know, and I'd have my 1 hour with my counselor every month, who was an asshole. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like her. She was an instigator, and you know, it wasn't until I got involved with peer recovery that I started to see, you know, all the people around me. And even at that point, I hadn't, you know, really started to like dig into myself. And now that I am where I am, I feel like I can't be stopped. Nothing is gonna hold me back now.
You can't be, girl. You're a force to be reckoned with.
Fuck yeah.
I am too. That's how I feel. I'm like, I will not be stopped. And it's
Join
like
me or get the fuck out of my way.
you have to get excited about your recovery. You
Absolutely.
have to get like it has to be something that you are like, I'm gonna do this and I'm taking over the world. You know?
I'm here
I'm
to kick
fucking taking
ass
over the
and
world.
chew bubble gum, and I am out of bubble gum. I wonder how many people will get that joke, but I think a John Carpenter movie from the 80s that is an absolute cult classic. So I
How
love
did
that line.
how did you get so excited about being sober? Was it when you started doing the peer support? Is that what got you? Tell me, what was that transition for you? Like, because what was my transition was when I started my channel and I started being able to be of service and help people. That's what got me excited. What was it for you?
Um, Seeing the people coming in for their intakes, because that was a lot of what I was doing. I was assisting with intakes. You know, seeing these men and women coming in, you know, tattered and just morally broken, and relating to how that feels, because I had been in that seat before, and you know, just feeling like you're not worth the scum on the bottom of your shoes, and you know, just being able to sit there and tell this person that they're not alone. And it just, you know, it broke my heart, but it inspired me at the same time.
Right.
And
It
then
inspires me too.
we tried to start a mirror meeting at the program, and unfortunately it wasn't very successful. And I would still like to start a meeting in the Baltimore area, because I think Mara is an awesome, you know, tool of recovery. And it took us a long time to find the actual steps, but we got them. And
Did you go to the website? Go to the website and talk to Jeff. I'll send you his information.
that's what Christy did. I have all
Okay.
that stuff in my bag over at Eastern Avenue, and maybe one day I'll actually be able to go and pick my bag back up. But yeah, no, we did eventually get the correct information, and I laminated it, and we had big poster boards written up and put on the walls where we did the meetings. But I was doing relapse prevention groups,
Uh-huh.
and I just thought that was really cool, because that was the group that I was attending when I was at the Dundalk location. And the guy that ran that group was just awesome. So I was like, you know what? Relapse prevention is really important for these people. You
Yeah.
know, and if you attend a group, you earned an extra bottle on the weekend, so you'd only have to come in Friday. You would have to come in Saturday or Sunday.
Hell
So,
yeah.
you know, so to be able to offer these people a little bit of insight on what they can do, you know, not only what relapse is, but what their recovery is, and, you know, what they can do to keep moving forward, you know, to earn that next bottle. You know, I just thought that was really important. I still think it's important.
Right. And that's a big incentive.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Not have to get up
That makes people want to do it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So tell everybody, tell everybody about your YouTube channel. Tell them what we have, what's in store for Amputated from Addiction.
Hopefully no more surgeries. I gotta call my doctor actually and find out if there's still a pin in my thumb, and if there is, when and if he plans on taking it out. But I just plan on continuing to share where I'm at in my detox process and my recovery
Nate, be quiet.
process, and you know, all the crazy shit that goes on in my daily life. And, you know, when I get mad, somewhere to vent. You know, and if people have any topics that they want me to talk about, you know, please send them my way.
Hell yeah.
I did change the name on my channel. It used to be Michelle Mariner, but now it is Amputated from Addiction with Michelle Mariner, which I might drop the end, but I thought that the Amputated from Addiction was kind of important. I thought it was a nice little play on words. But and I'm just gonna continue being me, you know, continue being real, continuing to not give a fuck what I say, and spreading some hope. Because I am an official hope dealer. I've got the t-shirt.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, girl. Like, I love you so much. I love having you. I love having you as a part of my family, and I just love having you here on the channel. I want you to come on the channel and update us all the time. Like, I want to hear how you're doing. In a couple of weeks, I want to know, how's Michelle doing?
Okay.
Because seriously, people need to see that this can be done. Michelle is 7 days, y'all, off methadone, and she's smiling right now, which is... You can do it. Any of you guys that are going through a taper or trying to get off of maintenance medication and you're afraid, look at Michelle. She is handling it. It's because she's changed her thinking. She's focusing on the positive. She's not focusing on, oh, I don't feel good. Oh, I'm going to die. She is getting in there and focusing on, hey, I'm going to make this. And she's making it work. You got to make your recovery work for you. You cannot let it work you. You got to work it. And so, man, I'm telling you, I'm so excited. Like, this makes me like, yes, I can do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to become successful. I'm going to be able to taper off my Suboxone and be okay. If you can do it, I can do it. I can do it.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
If I can do it, it's anybody can fucking do it.
I have to see somebody else before me that has done it. And then I'm like, okay, I can do this too, you know? Mm-hmm. I'm excited. I cannot believe it. Like, I am literally freaking out because you're 7 days off. Like, I'm fucking freaking out. Okay, girl. Well, I love you. I'm so proud of you. Anybody that wants to, please go subscribe to Michelle's channel. You will not be disappointed. I'm going to link your channel, of course, in the comment section and on my channel. And I love you, girl, and I'll see you later. Right. Okay?
Deuces.
Okay, you guys. That was Michelle from Amputated from Addiction. Let me get her channel link. Please go subscribe to her channel, you guys. You will not be disappointed. This woman is a walking, talking miracle. Okay? She is so amazing, so real, so authentic. She is like me. She is like me. She cares about addicts and alcoholics. She wants to help people. She's not just doing it because she wants to be heard. She is a real, genuine person, and she is a walking example that it can be done. Okay? If you're struggling out there, if you think I can't do this, I can't get sober, I'm never going to be able to do this, Michelle, did you see Michelle? Michelle did it. You can do it too. This woman has went through open heart surgery to her addiction, endocrinitis twice, having her fingers chopped off, having a huge hole in her arm. She has been through so much because of that addiction and has come out on the other side of things and is literally an example of what recovery is. Okay. And she did it through maintenance. She found what worked for her. She got on the medication. She got involved in therapy. She got involved in a recovery program. She found recovery friends and got sober support. She went and got educated about the disease of addiction. She became a peer support specialist. And now she's going to work in the field. And she did it on methadone and tapered off now and is 7 days off methadone. That's a miracle. She did it, you guys. So there's no reason. It doesn't matter how long you stay on maintenance. If you stay on it forever, if you decide to taper, if you can do this, though, you can make your life better and you can work in the treatment field and you can help other people, just like Michelle is doing. So don't let anybody ever discourage you or tell you that you can't do something. Okay? Don't let anybody ever take your addiction and use it against you. Use that shit to your advantage. Your story is your greatest asset. Do not be ashamed of your past. Use that past to help others. Make your past work for you. Okay? Anybody can do this. More people need to be doing this, okay? More people need to be sharing their experience to inspire other addicts and alcoholics. You guys, I'm telling you, man, I can't, I can't wait to get to the point where Michelle's at and I can say, I did it. I did it too, guys. You can do it too. I'm so inspired by her. And every time I hear her story and I watch a new video from her, I get so happy. Like I'm seeing my own daughter or my son doing this and succeeding. And it gives me chills up and down my spine to see her. And I'm so proud of her. I want to make sure she stays sober. I want to check on her. I want to know that she's okay because you guys, she did it. She beat the odds. She overcame her addiction. She's come out on the other side of things. And you can too. Do not let your addiction kill you. Do not give in. Take control and get help. Reach out for help. You don't have to do it alone. Okay? You don't have to do it alone. You got me, you got Michelle, you got the whole Real Talk Recovery family that is here to support you to make a change in your life. You're never too far gone. Okay? You're never too far gone. Anybody can get help and be saved. So turn it around. All right? Turn it around. If me and Michelle can turn it around, you can turn it around. All right? We were out there junkied, okay? Junkied out. So I wanted, it's so important. Like Michelle's one of those guests that like, she's, it's just like, she's a miracle. That's the only thing. I can't even say any other words is that she's a miracle. She's one of those guests that I look at and I'm like, how the fuck is she alive? How the fuck is she sober? You know what? She's a miracle. God literally saved her so she could share her story and help others. That's why she's here. Her purpose is doing what she's doing now and helping and sharing her story. There's no reason to be ashamed of the past because she is going to be able to help people with that story. Do you know how many people are shooting up right now? Do you know how many people are high on heroin right now who are losing their legs, their arms from their addiction? You know, and Michelle can show people, hey, look, I was right where you are, and now look at me, able to help other people and getting a job with benefits. Hell to the yeah. What's better than that? What's better than being able to work and give back and help others? Like that is the ultimate goal, you know? I'm so proud of you, Michelle. I love you so much. I love you so much. I look up to you. I am so proud of how far you've come. I remember the first time I found your videos, and I remember laying in my bed and crying and hoping that you were going to be okay, and texting on there and saying, I didn't even know you. I had never met you. And I was saying, are you alive? Are you okay? And it's like, we need more people that care about addicts and alcoholics that can help people. We need more people to help us and to spread that love and tolerance and patience and understanding and non-judgment. We need more people that really care, who really want to help, not people who are just faking the funk. We need real people out here fighting this fight and helping people. You know, there's not it's not every day that you find people like Michelle, you guys, who are doing this because it's literally ingrained in their soul to help people. She's the kind of person that if she doesn't help people, she's not going to be happy. This is what and I'm the same way. Like, I got to do this because it literally makes my heart beat. So you guys can overcome your addiction. You don't ever have to look back, and you can say, see ya, addiction, I'm moving on, and become successful, happy, joyous, and free. So do not let your addiction hold you back. Do not let other people tell you that you can't do this. And if you need help, you can always reach out to me or Michelle or anybody else in the Real Talk Recovery family. I had somebody text me the other day, and they said they've never come into a live stream and been welcomed like they have when they come in here to Real Talk Recovery. So y'all are doing amazing. Every single one of you guys that welcomes people, and you talk to each other and you lift each other up, y'all are making a fucking difference. People are noticing. People are messaging me and saying, wow, the people in your chat, they actually care. And I'm just like, they do care. It's amazing. It's amazing to see everybody helping each other. And it makes me so happy. I'm so happy. I cannot tell you how happy I am with this, with how far we've come and how the channel has come and how all of you guys are coming in your recovery. Like, I am so proud of everybody. It makes me so happy. And sometimes I just, like, I don't think about it, right? But then it gets pointed out to me, and I realize, like, you guys are going above and beyond, and I'm so proud of you guys. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for putting in the work that you guys do. Thank you, Michelle, for coming on my channel and bearing your soul and sharing your story, because listen, I know how it is. I know sometimes it's emotional to share some of those things that we put ourselves through, because we have to reflect on that and realize, you know what? I did that to myself. I put myself through that shit, because I hated myself, because I wasn't happy, because I didn't love myself. And sometimes it's painful to look back at that, and it hurts to remember those times that we were killing ourselves. We were killing ourselves. We were voluntarily killing ourselves. And so reflecting back on that, you guys, it brings back so many emotions, but I'm telling you, every single time that I share, and I know this is probably for Michelle too, every time I share and I get that off my chest and I open that wound back up, it helps me so much. It helps to clear out all those negative feelings. And now I feel gratitude. I'm so grateful and thankful to be alive today. You know, I wouldn't be the person I am today if I hadn't gone through my addiction. And I can say the same for Michelle. She wouldn't be the person she was today if she hadn't gone through those hardships that she had to face. But now she has a whole tool bag full of tools to help other people because of the experiences that she's been through. So use your experience to help others. Never be ashamed of where you came from. Never be ashamed of the journey, and never be ashamed of the addiction. You fucking use that shit to help others. I love you guys. I'm going to end this live stream. I have so many good things to tell you guys in the next couple days. Shit's going down. I love y'all. We're going to have a good meeting tomorrow night with Dr. B. He's going to be answering questions. So anybody out there, If you guys need to ask the doctor some questions, if you are wanting to talk about something about maintenance or addiction, come hang out with us tomorrow night at 7. Dr. B will be on the channel. Michelle, I love you, girl. Y'all go subscribe to Michelle's channel, Amputated from Addiction. Like I said, she is literally a walking and talking miracle. There she is right there. I love you, girl. I'm so fucking proud of you, man. Keep kicking ass and taking names. Like I said before, you guys, you got to make your recovery. You got to work your recovery, okay? Don't let life pass you by, okay? Get on board. Fucking get sober and come kick it, man, and work that shit. Hustle for your fucking recovery like you hustled for dope. Okay? If you hustle for your sobriety like you did for that dope, you will be unfucking stoppable. If you become obsessed with your recovery like you were your addiction, you will be a beast, man. I'm telling you guys right now. Do it and then come back and tell their story over here on my channel, and we can show everybody, we can show the whole world that you can take that fucking same energy, just like Lisa was talking about today. Take that energy from your addiction and put it into your recovery and watch and see what happens. All right, y'all, I love you. I'll see you guys tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time with Dr. B. Got me all